Unlike 80% of the people on the internet, I can actually read and digest articles, so I'll break them down for you plebs that can't string together coherent thoughts in the Call of Duty news of the week. A patch was released for Black Ops 3 yesterday on the PS4 and Xbox One because hashtag console peasant race, and it continues the tradition of making it appear as though they fixed even more than they actually did because they rolled hotfixes into the patch notes. The biggest thing with the new patch is that the Nuk3town map, stylized with a 3, is now available for all. It was previously only available to people that pre-ordered the game or used their mom's credit card to get the more expensive versions of the game, which still doesn't give you access to the new weapons that are released. This drives the point home even further that pre-ordering games doesn't give you any actual real benefits other than playing in a beta or getting to play on a map in a separate playlist from everybody else for 4 months. So, for the love of God, stop pre-ordering games. It's the death of the industry. It also includes a personalization pack which gives you the ugliest camo in the history of Call of Duty, with a black background and specks of orange placed more randomly than Rihanna's hair highlights. And since Treyarch doesn't know the meaning separate but equal, they're doing a Nuk3town only playlist until Monday, March 28th, so that this way you can get sick of a map that you've already been sick of since 2010. Now onto the actual fixes of the patch, of which don't include any weapon balancing because ARs aren't dominant at all or anything. The first fix was to add spawn trap logic to safeguard and uplink matches, of which we know that they aren't the only game modes with shitty spawns. On the very next line, however, Treyarch claims that the patch also enables spawn trap logic in public online matches, which I guess means if you'd like to spawn trap, invite some recent players into a private match and have fun shooting into enemies with more bullets than the Division. A hysterical bug, which I wish I could have seen before it was fixed, was that if a player died by a semtex during an HG40 calling in animation, enemy score streaks would continually fire at the spot of death. This would actually make enemy score streaks slightly more useful than they currently are because they actually are firing at something. A different hysterical yet head-scratching bug, which was also fixed, was where players were able to kill a prone player when they ran over him with a carried Guardian or Hardened Sentry. Considering that there's still falling damage in the game, this actually doesn't seem that stupid. Another bug which made me low when I read it was if you're using a black hat on a trip mine or other beepity bop near a planted bomb in S&D, it prevented the user from disarming the bomb. This is almost as bad as the ghost bomb glitch, which made competitive unplayable for months, but Black Ops 3 does a great job with making it unplayable anyways, with being single elimination tournaments without vetoes in spite of the fact that pros are trying to get them to change it. Fucking lapdogs. And last in the line of glitches that were pretty damn funny was that in Safeguard, there were times when the robot would moonwalk like Michael Jackson, or just run in place, but now apparently that's been fixed. There are also some fixes to theater mode to make it almost as good as the original one 6 years ago, and much to the rejoice of squeakers everywhere, the liquid divinium cap rate of 2 has been removed after it was originally implemented in a previous patch. Guess Treyarch can never stop messing around with their switches. Also in the new patch, evidence of a new gun leaking called the HG40, which, if you check out the footage in the description, seems to be an updated version of the MP40. It remains to be seen if we'll get the OP World at War MP40 or the completely useless Advanced Warfare MP40, but one thing is almost guaranteed. This weapon will only be available in supply drops because Activision is spelled with a $sign. Who knows if Activision will bring back the 10 supply drop bundle that was sold over the weekend so that people can waste their money on gambling without it somehow being illegal. It's not even pay to win at this point. It's pay to chance to win. Actually, with how shit the guns are in the supply drops, it's pay for a chance to novelty gun. Point for you season pass owners, after how shit the DLC number 1 maps are and the fact that you're not getting these guns anyways, you might want to rethink buying Call of Duty DLC, which is instant gratification anyways without the longevity, considering you mostly turn off DLC to play the older Call of Duty games. Speaking of DLC and the worthless season pass, Activision sent out emails promoting the Black Ops 3 season pass to players who brought the first DLC in order to get the season pass at a discounted price. That email had a link to an official Call of Duty website for more information, and one of the bonus themes available was a picture of the second Zombies DLC map, as it wasn't anything we'd seen before, and if you're good at pressing F12 on Firefox, the name of the picture was actually DLC2_Zombies map. Isn't it funny that Activision issues takedown notices for people that post leaks in the YouTube videos, which is why I don't actually have the picture in the video, but there's no repercussions for when they fuck up and accidentally leak their own shit on their website? Why can't I use this if you accidentally give it out to me? Hashtag WTFU. And lastly, Black Ops 3 was nominated for an Esports Audience Award at BAFTA in spite of the fact that the Call of Duty community is probably more toxic than any other except League of Legends. It also happens to be the only award that Call of Duty is nominated for, not even Multiplayer Game of the Year, and this is an audience-voted award, so you know the organizers are just throwing a bone to the aim-assisted console FPS. Yeah, about that esports audience. It's the same one that tapped into players' Bluetooth controllers at UMG Carolina and made the event a giant disaster that stretched on for additional days. Anyways, that's gonna do it for the Call of Duty news of the week. I've been The Schwantz27, out like Utah. Until next time.